Now the last two. I thought I'd make these two their own video because they can be a little bit spicy. So these are the last video of our 9-3 notes, questions 11 and 12. Question 11. We have 2m plus 5 squared equals 49. Let me erase that so it's out of our way. So we're on the 9-3 notes, last two questions. Now this is interesting because at first you're like, what is going on? Well, if I draw a line, let me just erase what's inside because that looks overwhelming. Look at what we see. We see the square, it's by itself. Like if I put an x here, x squared is by itself equals 49. So we have isolated the squared item. But the square item this time is not something easy breezy lemon squeezy. It is something that is a bit more complicated. So we've isolated the square. So we're going to go right to square roots. So the square root and the square cancel. We have 2m plus 5 equals, this is where it's important, plus or minus 7. Remember, you have two roots, a plus 7 and a minus 7. And the square root of 49 is actually 7. So we're going to split it. 2m plus 5 can be positive 7, or 2m plus 5 could be equivalent to negative 7. And then we need to solve both of those. So we solve by opposites, isolating the variable. 2m equals 2. M equals 1. There's our first answer. Cool. Next. Take the opposite, solve. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. If you need your number line, this is a good time to have it. You're at negative 7, and you're going to go back 5. Negative 7, back 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're at negative 12. And then you're going to divide both by 2. M equals negative 6. So you have two answers. Let's again review what they mean. So you have negative 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You have one intersection point there. You have 1 at 1. I know it's going to be opening upward. So your final two answers are m equals 6 and m equals negative 6. You might want to do that question a couple times just to get the hang of it before you move on to question number 12. Okay, let's do that last question, question number 12. Okay, here we go. We have 3m plus 1 squared equals 100. We can already see, if I draw my line, that the only thing over there is this thing squared. So it's isolated. So we have to go right to our square root at this time. We have 3m plus 1 equals plus or minus 10, because the square root of 100 is 10, and the square root of that thing squared is just that thing on the inside. Now this is where we split it. 3m plus 1 equals positive 10. 3m plus 1 equals negative 10. Notice it's just the last number that changed. The 3m plus 1 hasn't changed at all. And now we need to solve. Do the opposite of plus 1, which is minus 1. We have 3m equals 9. Divide, divide, and m equals 3. This one, minus 1 on both sides. I have 3m equals, well, if you're at negative 10, and you go back one more, you'll be at negative 11. Divide by 3. And it's not something that goes in evenly, and it's not something we can even reduce. Negative 11 thirds is just our final answer. So we have two answers, 3 and negative 11 thirds. Thank you guys. Bye.